Hi folks, how are you all doing today? Today it's time for operators. Yeah. So we've been learning about motion blocks, looks blocks, sound, events, control, sensing, and so on, right? So today it's time for operators, and which is one of the very important things, yeah, because to perform any mathematical operations or Boolean operations, you should have operators, correct? Without operators, you can't really do comparisons. You can't write if conditional statements or decision making statements, correct? So operators are something which are very much helpful for writing conditions, Boolean conditions, maybe like which gives you like true or false outputs. Okay, all mathematical operations, and there are some joining operator, not operator, etc. So let's see what all operators are present in Scratch and how can you use them or implement them in your code, right? So once you know this, you can create many programs. Yeah. So that's why we've been discussing about blocks so far from so many days now. Yeah, so that's because you have to understand about the category, you have to understand about the blocks. Only then you know what is the scope you have in it and how far you can go inside this, right? So, yeah, we'll be discussing about operators today. And yes, so let's quickly get started without any delay into operator blocks. Let's have a peek into this. Yeah. So we have addition operator. We all know addition is to just add something. Yeah. So you can add some numbers, and this is a mathematical operator here. Okay. Then you have subtraction. Then you have multiplication. So multiplication is a star symbol over here. Okay. And then you have division. So these four are mathematical operations which you can perform on numbers, right? And then you have pick random. This is one of the most prominently used block and operators. Okay. So why is that so? Because pick random can actually pick some random number or integer from the given range. Okay. So if I'm given 1 to 10, it can randomly pick a number from 1 to 10. Okay. And then you can use that number for any reason. Yeah. So like if you want to position your cat somewhere randomly on the screen, yeah, you can use this because you can give some range of numbers. So among them, it can, I mean, actually pick one and it can come from there. Yeah. So likewise, you can use pick random for getting random numbers from the given range. So you can use this in wide range of scenarios or situations. Okay. While implementing, you will be understanding more about this. But yes, you can understand that for any random value, if you want to do some random thing on the screen for getting random number, so you can use pick random. Okay. And then you have greater than operator. Greater than operator is basically like to get to compare something. Yeah. So if you want to compare left one with the right one, and if you want to say this is greater or something like that, you can use greater than operator, less than operator for comparison. Yeah. Equals operator for comparing both are equal or no. Yeah. And then so all these are again, we can't just say that these are mathematical operations. uh, but yeah, of course, like if you're comparing greater than or less than things, so definitely you can categorize them into that. And then we have AND operator. AND operator is like a Boolean operator, wherein if the left condition is true and right condition is true, only then this complete thing will become true. And whatever is written below this would get executed. Okay. So AND operator is actually called as logical AND, or you can say Boolean AND operator, where both should be true, only then this condition will become true. So let's say the left condition is false and the right condition is true. So then it will be the complete thing will become false. Okay. So this is true and this is false, then also this complete condition will become false. If this is false and this is false, then also complete thing will become false. Okay. So that's about AND operator. And when you have complex conditions inside your conditional statement, you can actually use AND operator. Okay. And then we have OR operator. OR operator is basically used for again for writing complex conditions. So where if I say complex conditions, that just means that So you have two conditions, like you have place for two conditions over here, right? So if I place another one, also you can place three conditions. Okay, so if you place another one, you can place four conditions. So it's up something like that. So you can make your condition however like you want, right? How much ever big you want, you can make it. How much ever uh, complex you would like to, how much ever complexity you have to add it to it, so you can do it. Okay, so or operator is something like this. The one on the left should be true, or we can say either of the conditions should be true. If you have two conditions, so either of them should be true, then the complete condition would become true. So if all of the conditions placed inside or are false, only then the complete conditional statement would become false. Until and unless no at least one is true, so this thing would be true. Okay, so that's about or. And then we have not operator. Not operator basically does the opposite of whatever you have inside the condition, right? Let's suppose the condition is true. So if you add not true, that becomes false, correct? So if you have the inside condition is false, let's say. So not false means it becomes true. Yeah. So when you have something to be negated and then applied, then you can use not operator. And then you have join block here. Join is to join something. So here we are joining apple banana. See, apple banana is joined, right? Likewise, if you place another one, if you want to join apple banana, you can do it. So see, apple banana. Yeah. So likewise, you can join something over here with join operator. Okay. And then we have letter one of apple. So if you want to get some letter from the string, let's say, yeah. So you can say the position. So one, two, three, something like that. So it would get that particular letter, like substring kind of, okay, part of a string you can get, okay. And then length of apple. Length of apple is like length of string, okay. That means number of characters inside the string, okay. So here in apple we have five, right? So let's suppose I'm just typing some number, right? Some text over here. Let's see what is the number. So it has 20 characters in total. So number of characters inside the string would be the length of it. Okay. So if to find out the length, you can actually use this. And most probably in conditional statements itself, we will be using the length also. So most of the times, if you have such kind of a logic, you will be getting these things in place. And then we have apple contains a, yeah. So if the left side string has this letter or no, or has this character or no, so you can actually get this kind of a thing. So it's a boolean thing all again altogether. So it will only give you the output as true or false, because it just says if that particular character is present on the string which you have or no. Okay, and then we have mod operator. Mod operator is something where you get the remainder value. So when I say remainder, that means when you divide some number with some number, right? So you will be getting two outputs, right? Quotient and remainder. Okay, so mod operator would give you remainder, and division operator would give you quotient. Okay, so let's quickly see like some example wherein let's say I'm just writing 7 by 3. Okay, so this would give you two outputs, right? So 3 times 1, 3 3 times 2 will give you 6. So 7 minus 6 would be given as 1, right? That means this is the remainder value and this is the quotient value, correct? Like if I have to tell you like this, so let's say 3 times, okay, sorry, 3 tours 6, so this will become 1. So this is the remainder and this is the quotient, right? So that's how remainder value is given by mod operator, and quotient value is given by division operator. Okay, so when you perform a division, so you will get two outputs, quotient and remainder. Remainder is given by mod and quotient is given by division. Okay, then we have round operator. Round operator basically is to round off some value. And abs is basically like absolute of some number. Okay, let's say I will write minus 3. So it's 3. Absolute of a number is 3, right? So whatever is the number, you'll just get that number as the value when you do absolute of it. Okay. So if it's a negative number also, you will get positive number only. And you can also apply all these types of mathematical operations on the number, like flooring it, sealing. Floor is basically, if you have some decimal here, like 3.6. So floor of this would be 3. Okay, let me show you. So floor of 3.6 would be 3. Okay. Then ceiling of 3.6 would be 4. Like ceiling means always like the high value, highest value, just above this, whatever is the highest value, that one will be the output. Floor means just below this, whatever is the value, you will get that one. Okay. And then next one, square root of 3.6, or like let's suppose square root of 64. So square root of 64 is 8. 8 times 8 is 64, right? So you will get 8 as the value. Okay. And then sine of 64, like this is trigonometry things. So cos, you have tan, a sine, a cos, a tan. Okay. And ln means natural logarithms. Log means just logarithms. E is exponent. 10 is like 10 to the power of something. Okay. So all these things are present, mathematical operations are present. So this is about operators. You have some mathematical operators, some join operators, getting some operations related to string, number of characters, finding out one character from a string, then mod, round off, and some mathematical values or operators. Yeah. So this is about operators. Okay. And then the next category is variables. So variable is something where you can create like it's like a container which can hold or store some value in it, right? So you can create two types of variables in Scratch. So when you click on make a variable, so you will have for all sprites you can create a variable, or for one sprite also. Okay. So two types of variables you can create here. And then you have make a list also. So if you want to create a list variable, you can absolutely create a list variable also. Okay. And then you have my blocks. So my blocks is basically like you can create a new block, right? Let's suppose if I say let's say dance. Okay. I'm just creating a new block called as dance. Let's click on OK. So it would actually give this define block. Okay. Define dance. And then you are getting the calling a function block. Okay. So this is defining a function and this is calling a function. Wherever you want to use it, you can use it absolutely. Okay. So let's suppose under dance you are giving some 2 steps or 3 steps, let's say. Yeah. All those steps would be executed when you call this block. So here you're just creating your own block, a new block, if you want to create, right? So if you have some a new functionality to be added, so you can code for that functionality over here and you can use that block. Okay, that's also possible, right? So this is about operators, then variables, and then my blocks. Okay, you can create new block, right? So not only these things, so additionally you have extension, add extension thing. So when you click on it, you can add multiple extensions into your Scratch projects. Okay. So when I say multiple extensions, that just means that so you have music extension, pen, video sensing, text to speech, and so on, right? So each extension would actually do some specific task for us. Okay. So that specific task is basically like you're adding some new feature into your game or animation, right? Which you're creating. Okay. So that's about extensions. We'll speak about each and every extension in our next sessions. In upcoming sessions, we'll be creating projects on them. So to understand what exactly they mean and they are, yeah. So this is all about Scratch and the blocks. We have successfully completed all the categories of blocks, and from the next class we would start creating projects on this. Okay. So we've already created a small dancing animation in our first session, and it's going to be so many animations and games in the upcoming sessions. Yeah. So this is something about blocks and operators, my blocks, and variables. We will be using all these blocks in our next sessions. Yeah. In variables, I have not told you about these blocks, right? So it's like you can create a variable, then you can set some value using set block, change the value or increment or decrement the value using change block. You can show variable using this. You can hide variable using this. So showing variable is basically like, so listing. Okay, so you can show variable on the screen, and if you use this block hide variable, you can hide the variable using that block. Okay, so show and hide are present, and you can create a number of variables and you can rename the variable. So right click on it, you can rename it, you can delete the variable, right? So all these things are possible. Okay, so this is something about it. And if you have any questions related to anything, you can do let me know in the comment section below. I will be getting back to you in the next session. So until and unless you have any questions or something, so you can do comment in the comment section below, right? So until then, you know what you have to do. You have to keep watching Folx Hub, and I will be back with another new video in the next session. Okay, we'll start with creating some projects, some cool projects on Scratch. Yeah, so that's going to be fun and interesting here from hereafter. Okay, so this is something about today's session. I'll be meeting you all in the next session. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, Folks Hub. Bye bye, guys. Have a great day, all. Thank you so much for watching this video.